because they're gamer keyboards. They were designed that way.
I mean, I feel like you need like that tool. The plus sign's pretty on there.
Yeah, I was being stupid on purpose. What do you mean? Look at my keyboard. Make sure you unmute the game and turn up. Sounds like we're gonna get a lot less viewers. So they're right now they're just checking all of the people in the spectators because you're seeing it too. Oh, that's because of the hype video. Oh. Hello everybody. Today I am back with
Tis the Seas.
Tis the Seas, and we are full covered on Jeff's and the solo lord
Gosh,
Jeff.
It's kind of crazy.
The Lord Jeff and his army of sharks.
It's so goofy how they picked just like one person.
I do in fact enjoy it. I'm glad that they do this. First bans look like double Gambit. You know, Gambit's been pretty strong this season. His ability to cleanse, buff, you know, push charges and stuff like that. It's just a lot of utility. And it looks like STLCC is going to save Punisher. We ban Groot.
Groot's kind of gross, so I
Yeah,
agree with that one.
definitely. His walls do like a lot of damage that people don't pay attention to.
Yeah. Really beefy too.
NICC save on Moon Knight, probably trying to pick their own damage out before STLCC can ban it. Double group ban, that's pretty fair. Again, he's one of the group that's just been pretty powerful this season. Strange Punisher bans. Alright.
I can see the strange, yeah.
Strange. I think it's funny that they saved and then banned, and then we banned and then saved back.
Yeah.
Ultron ban from STLCC is pretty interesting. I can think of one person in particular who plays Ultron on our side. You know, we've been kind of seeing the rudimentary bans and saves. Save on the Magneto is pretty fair right now. It's a really good off tank. Looks like NICC is considering to ban Hela. You know, precision characters are pretty decent this season. Oh, and the ban on Phoenix instead, which is absolutely fair.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
Yep. Ooh, gonna see some Captain America gameplay here.
Dude.
He's not seen. I haven't seen him very often recently. Looks like STLCC is kind of considering a dive comp, from what I can tell, and NICC is kind of shaping up to be a more defensive team here.
I think they're just trying to like stay away from like the whole like dive and just like protect, or not protect, but just like, I don't know the word for it.
30 seconds before you attack.
And NICC swaps to Penny here, probably suspecting dive. This map's pretty big dive map. I can say confidently, last week we got to see this map, and we kind of got to see what the non-dive rollout looks like.
Yeah.
Kind of really painful.
It was a great stall last week, though.
Definitely.
4, 3, 2, 1. A little extra oomph. You need to
And it looks like STLCC is immediately going to touch down on the payload. Moon Knight on the lower ground is pretty interesting here. You don't get that like bird's eye view, but also people don't get that shot on you as easy. Notably, STLCC is running the Sharknado comp that we saw before.
Okay.
So they're probably gonna try and go for some Jeff NATO action. They could always use them separate, but it's kind of...
A lot of damage going on right now.
Yeah. NICC forced back into the spawn doors after kill on Squirrel Girl, and it looks like they're bunkering down right here, basically in front of the spawn doors. And the Squirrel Girl's on their way back, but it looks like NICC kind of lost his first objective. Maybe they're planning to catch them on this bend here. It's a little bit easier to get some cheeky spots here for the bend.
Like, it's a pretty tight choke.
Yep. ZonedoutPiggy actually gets picked off, and Blibblob is just respawning right now. Zora's trying to deal with this cap, but he's getting chased down by the mag. And it looks like Friendship Fan is kind of stuck here in the spawn doors once again. NICC just shoved up against these spawn doors. Kind of leaving an awkward situation. There's not a lot of like room, and it looks like NICC's tanks just aren't going to try and get back into that area. Or rather than they can't very well.
Those will just melt.
Yep. And it also looks like STLCC is going to reinforce that idea with the Punisher here. NICC is going to have to pop triple ults here. Quadruple ults, my bad. And it looks like STLCC's Punisher ult is going to get them through this. And all of their ults are together. It looks like Captain America is going to use his ult actually. Kind of hard to hear that Cap ult. And it looks like Friendship Fan is the only one left on that objective, stopping him from getting to the second point. And it looks like NICC is kind of stuck on third objective here. NICC has the chance to clutch up here at the end, but they keep on backing very far.
There's a lot of damage going on the other side. It's really hard to...
Oh, here's that Jeff NATO though.
Not scary.
Yep, and it looks like a lot of damage is going out. It looks like a
Ooh,
quadra kill.
Holy cow.
5k from that Jeff in the making here.
It's just so much damage, it's hard to keep heals up from all of that.
NICC quite literally in the spawn this time. NICC is gonna have to hold this objective here, otherwise this is going to be an absolute blitz of a final point. ZonedoutPiggy gets picked off, and so does Zora. Friendship Fan's kind of stuck in this spot here. He's not going to be able to hold off enemy tanks here. Forced back into the spawn doors once again, and pops Namor ult on the spawn doors. Try and get this cap off. And NICC is just held in the spawn room for this final point.
2, 3. Time to
4
switch
minutes
things
left on
up,
the other side.
including which side you're on.
4.5, I guess.
Looks like STLCC made time
To win this one.
on that last objective.
Man.
NICC really has to consider the options here if they want to pull back this game for this round. And it looks like STLCC is actually considering going Emma Thing into this team comp. And it looks like NICC is thinking about going Emma Mag into it. STLCC also appears to be running Magneto. I'm not entirely sure if that's gonna stick. That was kind of hovered in the lobby. It looks like it is going to stick. It looks like, yeah, STLCC is gonna be running triple support in this, which is pretty strong right now. I think triple support is pretty strong. And it's gonna be pretty hard for NICC to push through with 2 support, 2 tank, and 2 DPS here. As long as the DPS hit their shots though and aren't pressured too much by the supports, should be getting the progress that we need right now.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's like Revan Gaming is actually here.
Destination.
Or just cover a flank to stop a flank from happening, and for them to get into the back. NICC is gonna strong arm this front line here
Yeah,
too.
they're really in their faces right now.
It looks like Thor is immediately gonna get picked off. And both Emma's charged right now, full charge. Yep, both Emmas are full charged, putting out as much damage as possible. Looks like Mr.Wario is gonna get up and eat some of this damage. Gets grabbed by the Emma, this could be the end, and he mag bubbles to get out. Huge. And it looks like we see the first ult of the round. You know, the Invisible Woman's like ability to make everyone like impossible to see is pretty strong actually. I think a lot of people don't consider it. It looks like Razor actually copied the Invisible Woman to get a second Invis ult, which is pretty huge here. NICC lost Friendship Fan, but they are right next to the spawn doors, so if they can keep up the damage while Friendship Fan is gone, then NICC might be able to get back. Zoned out the Invis Woman and cast the ult. The Emma ult actually is pretty strong here too. The ability to stun people and force them to walk towards you is like insane right now. And it looks like neither of them are gonna stick, and it looks like all of those support ults aren't in for it, but it looks like Thing's gonna get in there and try and do some damage. Looks like he's gonna force his way into NICC's backline and pick off one of the tanks. That's a pretty big pick here. Thing's actually gonna try and force people to walk forward here. Which is pretty strong. And NICC is forced back into the spawn doors after making a little bit of progress here on this first point. Looks like Mr.Wario is gonna try and force his way back in. I think these meg ults are just waiting for each other to pop. This is... And it looks like NICC is gonna try and get on the objective again. ZonedoutPiggy got really up close and personal there too. It looks like STLCC is gonna try and force their way past that front line, and it looks like we're back to the Invisible Woman ults. Just one after another here. So once we get past 4 Invisible Woman ults, maybe we'll be able to see some actual kills. Oh, CT actually does get a pick here on ZonedoutPiggy, who did not get to pop ult.
Ooh, Friendship Fan.
Ooh, and it looks like the Adam Warlock revives everyone who died there. Pretty big. And it looks like Thing's just gonna force his way right on back into this back line, and Tebby actually gets grabbed out from there, manages to make it back to their team, but that Invisible Woman pull right out of the air is pretty strong. Honestly, I think they're doing a really good job of coordinating these ults here at STLCC. Emma gets grabbed. It's an Emma on Emma contest here. Diamond form goes out, forced in, and then act out with the diamond form. It's like Mr.Wario is actually kind of forced to use his bubble and it immediately gets shredded. He pops his barrier and gets it all the way on there, but I don't think anybody is getting sucked in by that Emma ult. And then he does. And it looks like STLCC is going to get another wipe. Tebby is kind of stuck on that objective
15
there.
seconds left in this round too.
NICC has 15 seconds on the round, just like what was mentioned here. It's going to be pretty hard for NICC to land. We can see these Loki spawn doors action here. The triple heal spawn room. And the raccoon ult is just not going to be able to get a difference in there.
Yikes.
I'm hoping future maps get a little bit better.
Yeah.
Any takeaways that round, or?
The other team was just really on top of NICC this round.
And then we're gonna cut to the next round. See you soon. Welcome back, everybody, to another round of NICC versus STLC. I'm still with, and it looks like STLCC has gotten the memo and is full picked on Gambit, as both teams banned Gambit, and the doubled versus the Jeff pick here.
Yes.
And it looks like
This team comp needs to happen, actually.
STLCC actually has a more funny Lord, I think, right now, because the Lord is right on the end there. So it is just facing the rest of the Gambits, which is, I think, kind of funny. Not gonna lie. I think
Yeah, that'd be really fun to see a Jeff versus Gambit.
Jeff, yeah, all Jeffs versus all Gambits. Just like, okay, everybody wait for the Jeff ult. Once you hear the Jeff ults, everybody split up. Everybody
run.
pop your Gambit ult
Yeah.
now. It's just dive bomb the Jeffs, dive bomb the Jeffs. There isn't enough of them to catch all of us.
Everybody just goes underground at the same time. Like, oh my god.
It'd be impossible to kill any of the Jeffs, but it would just be like impossible to do damage because they'd always be underwater
Yeah.
or underground, I guess. You know, we were seeing pretty similar bans the last time. The Adam Warlock last game was kind of gross, as in a good thing. It was a really good ultimate pop. Revived most of the team and managed to get that thing that got picked off the front lines to revive too. Rocket save, it's pretty fair with how the bans have been going. On
Yeah,
NICC.
Rocket will be really useful, especially with the revives.
Honestly surprised we didn't see a save on Ultron there because we knew that they banned him. A save on Phoenix, and it looks like NICC is going to finish it out with a ban on Inviswoman, so we don't get to stare at Inviswoman.
Oh man.
That's wild. You know what? I need to give props to NICC here. They are attempting to curve the Inviswoman ult.
Yeah.
And it looks
Like
like...
Rocket on that team too.
Yep.
Oh, maybe not.
Yeah, yep. It's pretty interesting too. I think noting how the teams are shaping up, STLC having a dive comp here kind of makes a little bit of sense.
Yeah.
Knowing that NICC is going to try a little bit of a defensive comp. It's going to be very difficult for NICC to handle a dive like this. It's a very nice skin here too.
Hair looks really pretty.
I agree. This is the punk skin for... Yep. And this is definitely a Thor skin I've seen. So this map's pretty interesting. I kind of like how the smoke covers vision but doesn't block bullets. And will also go away if you shoot it. Which we might get to see here from the Punisher perspective from Zora. Zora also plays some of our other games here at NICC, so it's pretty interesting to see how this translates. And it looks like they're going to immediately find out what this turret is not going to be doing, which is hitting anything at all.
Yeah, everybody's just going around.
Yep, and it looks like STLCC is immediately just going to walk around. NICC is immediately going to be forced to contest objective point. And it looks like the Moon Knight's actually going to shove off STLCC. Oh,
Yeah,
and
they're
first
going the
pick
other way now.
First pick actually goes to NICC. There's a very big difference here, especially with that Punisher pick here, which I'm sure is helping quite a bit. NICC is actually able to hold the point here, which is a very nice change. I would like this to continue. And it looks like NICC is going to be forced off the high ground. There's like way too many people who are able to get up there for STLCC.
Yeah.
Friendship Fan does have this like little ledge up on the left here, but we might not see him jump up there at all. Not too popular of a position, kind of leaves you open. It's like Zora is going to use his shotgun here to try and get some damage in.
Ooh, they're rushing the point now.
Just isn't able to land it. Looks like Friendship Fan's stuck in the spawn room with the ult. And I think NICC is just going to get wiped out here. NICC is still trying to hold, but unfortunately NICC is stuck walking back from the spawn room. And it looks like STLCC is going to capture this objective.
Is this a hybrid map? Okay.
This is a hybrid map.
I said that was a really quick round if it wasn't.
Yeah, you know, I think I kind of like the layout for this map. So the payload's gonna walk all the way up some stairs and then walk towards the first spawn to the second spawn.
Gotcha.
And it looks
Again,
like
he's just gonna push back again.
Revan Gaming is actually gonna have his ult get canceled here. And Zora's just gonna take all this damage here. This magic is just gonna go completely uncontested in this backline, almost ignored. And it looks like Heavy actually manages to get a pick here too. Looks like ZonedoutPiggy is going to be forced to back here because this Thor is just not gonna let off this Loki. This is pretty disgusting Thor gameplay.
Yeah, it's just like
Jesus criminy.
yeah.
Oh, looks like the Angela is just gonna dive right into the middle of NICC and everyone, and it looks like STLCC is gonna back up, try and farm some ult charge and get back on this ult game plan. NICC has the ultimate.
From the back now too.
Yeah. Oh, Revan Gaming is actually gonna go for the cover. It looks like Mr.Wario got blinded before he could properly see. And it looks like everybody is popping the buttons all at once. Every single person. Oh my god, even Valor is gonna get in on this. Looks like Blibblob's gonna get picked out here. Darkchild here is gonna be pretty big.
Yikes.
Finishing off some kills. And it looks like Valor is just gonna get in on every one of those kills, at least a little bit.
It was a good hold for NICC though.
Yeah, I definitely think so. That was a very good team fight.
There's still a chance to stop them.
Man, there's a lot of people walking in this gameplay.
Yeah.
Crazy. Anyway, NICC is gonna set up the spider nest and try and get some of this stuff rolling here, or stop them from rolling, I guess is the point. Looks like they're gonna touch down on first objective here, almost uncontested, but it looks like Tebby was gonna try and get in there and touch.
Yeah. NICC's got a pick off. A few picks off now.
It looks like the enemy rocket is actually gonna get a revive too. And as you can see right there, the spawn door is right there to the left, so it's going to be very difficult to do much. Yep, the Thor is immediately in, and everybody is in the middle of that one. Except for Zora, who is...
Yikes.
Anyways,
That was a nasty team kill.
it was a very nasty team right there. Looks like Valerie's going to go on these backlines here. I think it's pretty interesting to watch how Magic treats the flanks. Because Magic has this very long engage range because they have this dash they start their combo with.
What is she plotting?
Looks like she's going to try and pick off one of the supports here, which is a pretty big deal. It looks like NICC is completely unaware that they are surrounded.
Yeah, and everybody's coming into the back now.
Looks like the Magic's actually just going to get in and get out if they can. And NICC is spent running back.
Ooh.
Yep, the Magic does manage to hit the combo off right there, and Mr.Wario is kind of stuck back into the spawn doors.
Yeah. Now they're just gonna keep rushing toward. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna be able to push out of this.
Yeah. Looks like they're just gonna touch down on the objective, and NICC is gonna get CC'd out of anything they can do to get in.
Yikes.
NICC has a chance to get this back. They held for
a better time than last time.
We did not gain time by pushing the payload this time around. I am looking forward to this continued pick. His disease actually comes from our Overwatch, and I'd like to point out that Overwatch does not have Lord icons, which are these different artworks that you might see for the pictures
Which
here.
I'm super jealous of.
I think they look fantastic. I think that Overwatch could benefit from some of them, but
Yeah.
people would call them out. That's a pretty good one that Friendship Fan has.
Just the art in general and Rivals is just so much prettier.
Oh man. Oh man, this Hulk. I'm a little bit worried. This is some real Hulk gameplay.
Get ready.
Scary TBH.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Oh
man.
no, I saw that lineup. That would have been nasty. Actually, this guy's got 20 seconds to make that jump. I think he could. Oh no. Well, I was mentioning the smoke, but
Yeah.
ooh, this is. Oh, they're doing the
Oh,
fastball
no.
special.
Starts in 5.
A ruh-roh.
So the fastball special is going to be Hulk throwing Wolverine at the enemy.
Got it?
Like a Five Nights at Freddy's jump scare or something.
I
Oh,
saw him.
immediately gets spotted out, but that armor that gets applied to the throw target
chased
is
down,
pretty
too.
big.
And he's
And it looks like
retreating.
he's just gonna jump out with the Wolverine. The Wolverine almost gets completely picked off. And he is gonna let go of him to stop the Wolverine from dying. Didn't look like the supports were kind of sweating there, trying to keep that Wolverine
Yeah,
alive.
like they're just like, oh.
It looks like Mr. Wario is not actually gonna take the chance to charge here.
I think we're doing. NICC is doing pretty good. We're trying to push up though. Not
I-
stuck in the spawn doors again.
I think it's pretty interesting to note that Wolverine does, I'm pretty sure, percentage damage as well. And that's why he's
Okay.
such a big threat. You see, he has the ability to jump
Ooh.
and grab someone as he jumps. And as we just saw, he kind of kidnaps people and runs away with them. And the percentage damage
Ooh,
makes
that
him a
is
really good target.
nasty.
And now we get to see, we
Oh,
gotta
but
see
they got
that
him.
middle meter actually charge up to maximum. That is like where he gets, I think he attacks faster and does like slightly more damage per the bit that he is built up to 100. And the Hulk here actually gets
Yeah,
full charge
a lot
off of that
lot
bubble.
Of backlands going on right now for Hulk.
Yeah. This Phoenix on this top is just gonna go completely
Yeah.
uncontested. I think NICC is kinda noticing here, just a little bit, that this high ground's a touch. Now Razor still has their ultimate here.
Ooh.
Time to shine.
Like Valor is going to get a pick on Blibblob, and Tebby's gonna follow suit. Mr. Wario was, we couldn't see the effect there, but I'm pretty sure that was the animation for Gamma. So when you get caught in Gamma, you're stuck there, and you can't be dealt damage until the Hulk comes over and punches you.
Right.
And it releases you from stasis, but now you have the Hulk right in front of you.
Why is Hulk so broken? Oh my god.
Yeah, he is definitely, he's kind of balanced for the game right now, honestly. Or, unfortunately, I have to say fair.
Oh my god.
He's just kind of compounded with a million different characters.
Holy cow.
Oh, the Wolverine's on a roll. The Wolverine actually just popped ult, which means he jumps up in the air and he slams down on people.
Oh, that is so gross. Oh my god.
He's just gonna go in. He does not care that
No,
there is
he
healing beacons.
Literally doesn't.
Actually gonna take care of them.
What's a good counter for Wolverine?
You know, just shooting. I mean, I hate to be that guy, but like shooting him is a good counter because he does percentage damage. If he gets
Yeah.
caught out, he can be almost like picked off. Like you see that fight, he's already down to half HP. The Wolverine forces a retreat, but he's not contested anymore. The supports have to deal with this Wolverine. And it looks like STLCC is not actually going to take advantage of this with all the ults going on. Looks like this big ultimate fight is what NICC was kind of saving for. Tebby's actually going to try and get their hands on the Raccoon, but the Raccoon gets up in the air. And it looks like NICC is losing people left and right now. As Mr. Wario is going to try and back out for one more push, I think. Unfortunately, the Wolverine gets a hold of him, and
We have 30 seconds left. It's gonna be really. Oh.
yes. Especially right now. I think Zora's going to try and regroup with the team here. I think they just have to touch point to get this overtime going if they want to have any chance
Yeah.
of capping this objective. They have Zora ult, but also Revan Gaming had his ult. It looked like it was cancelled actually. It looks like Phoenix is in. Friendship Fan is in, but I don't think the... Oh, Friendship Fan does make it out. It looks like he's just going to try and build ult charge here actually, which I think is a pretty big deal. Let's get it off. Picks off Razor actually.
Ooh.
It looks like Friendship Fan's gonna retreat again. Heavy is like the only one on point here,
Aw,
and it looks like the rest of
man.
NICC is going to get picked off. Friendship Fan is kind of forced to be in on his own, and gets picked off right then and there. And it looks like they were trying to portal and just not able to set it up in time.
It was a good try though. Like they got a few picks off, but it couldn't pull through, which is sad. Okay.
Yeah, I think both teams did pretty well that game. There's definitely
Yeah.
room for improvement. And I think we should cut to the next round actually. And we are back, and I don't think I even need to say who I'm with. I think we all know we're
Yeah, I'm still here, guys. Don't worry.
Yep. Okay, so it looks like NICC has collectively decided on the meme of picking Widowmaker. Not Widowmaker,
Yes.
sorry, Black Widow. So I don't know if this controversy came up with anyone in the Overwatch area, but there was a tournament a little while back, and one of a team wanted to play Widow into a very bad matchup, thinking that it would be alright, and it was not alright. And then somebody got banned from the tournament. But now,
Yikes.
Black Widow is the symbol for throwing. They're right next to Spider-Man. Looks like both sides ban Gambit, ban on the Moon Knight, save on the Groove. just the casual stuff we do all night long. Save on the Luna Snow, ban on the Punisher. Like they're gonna ban Root from STLCC. I don't know who NICC is. There was a lot of problems that last game. Magneto comes up as a ban.
I wonder who they're gonna save. I wonder who they're gonna save.
Well, I don't know exactly who NICC is gonna save right now, but I think they might try and save damage because they saved a support. Oh, I mean, technically, a support damage makes. Ultron got banned every other game. for NICC, and STLCC wasn't playing Ultron. STLCC is trying to figure out who they're gonna save. Now, Invis Woman was the ban from STLCC. I just noticed that NICC has not banned Invis Woman yet, which could be the end of times for both teams. Save on Phoenix. Phoenix does a ton of damage. Every third shot they land on a target within an amount of time does a burst damage. A ban on the Atom Warlock. So NICC did not ban Invis Woman, which is a very big deal here.
Why got some Deadpool play?
Blibblob, one of our supports, is actually switching to Port Pool. Nope. We're back to the Raccoon. Zora is going back to the Squirrel Girl. I think this is pretty self-explanatory here. Mr.Wario is deciding who to pick. I think we're just picking on vibes at this point, right, guys? I think Rogue could do some stuff, but I don't think that's who they're gonna stick with here. Not at all. Friendship Fan's actually gonna be Ultron here, which is a support. Friendship Fan's been a DPS this entire game so far.
Are we gonna get here soon?
STLCC revert to Sharknado, which I think is fine. I think NICC is gonna see it and know exactly what's up.
So who are the two characters that do Sharknado again?
It is Jeff and Storm.
Okay.
Both of them have to pop their ults for it. So it does a ton of damage, but it costs 2 ults.
Yeah.
Notably, this Jeff skin is also not censored, it is just pixelated. It is 8-bit skin. Okay, he's not censored. Kinda naked? I don't know. I don't want to think about it anymore. It looks like STLCC is actually going to touch down on point before NICC can do anything. That is a pretty gross Jeff spot I just saw. You can be behind the rocket shooting. Oh, and STLCC is actually going to take full advantage of this Groot. It's just going to be really hard to get in on this. NICC already backpedaling. Looks like STLCC is just going to kind of hold the corridor. I don't think anyone's actually watching the flank this time. NICC probably kind of expecting a flank watch here too. Or maybe they don't. Ooh,
There's
almost
a lot of flanking going on last round, so.
Almost got the Jeff. Does actually manage to land a nut on somebody here. Friendship Fan is actually going to go in with an ult here. And Razor is also going to go in with an ult. And it looks like NICC is still backing up. Ult for ult, ult for ult, more ults, more ults, all of the ults. All of the ults just happened for NICC. And STLCC is still left with Sharknado and friends. Yeah, I was just about to say, I do believe this is a Sharknado moment. Yep.
That is pretty gross.
So, Jeff grabs the enemies and puts them in his mouth, and then he goes into the Storm ult, and they get shredded in Jeff's mouth.
Yeah.
It's like NICC is just gonna get forced back to the spawn by both of those ults. It does mean STLCC did use 2 ults, but that was a team wipe, so it looks like NICC is just gonna be stuck back into the ult farming phase. Tebby almost has ult, which could be the difference. It looks like Tebby is not gonna take that chance to go for it because I don't think enough people. Yeah, everyone's at the end of the hallway right now, and this is a very good call on Tebby's part. Mr.Wario is actually gonna try and push forward a little bit. Friendship Pan is actually gonna drop the Moon Knight ult, split them up, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. Mr.Wario actually gets picked off. And STLCC actually does manage to farm up Jeff ult again. Looks like first point, unless NICC tries their best to touchdown no matter what, is gonna go to STLCC, and it looks like NICC is just not gonna be able to with the group wall in the way. First round actually goes to STLCC again. They were playing really good tonight.
Oh yeah. Really, really good defensive lineup.
Groot also has a team up with Jeff, similar to the fastball special, where it gets jumped up on his shoulder and he gets a damage buff, or damage like debuff, or armor, or damage reduction. There's a million different ways I could say this wrong. I think the damage reduction is the closest one. But the Jeff isn't able to move, and it's basically like a turret from that point. But you don't throw the Jeff. The Jeff will just hop off when they're done. Completely voluntary. Both team ups are actually voluntary. It's just this fastball special is a little bit awkward. Looks like NICC is actually gonna swap here to Phoenix. STLCC actually gets to keep their ults from the last round. Oh well, this is what I was talking about. Oh, okay. Anyways,
Like,
the Jeff is.
Oh, that's really cute. I like that.
And he's got the raccoon plush too. And it looks like they're immediately just going to go for the side pocket here, which is kind of a decently big deal. That is the flank route.
Kind of fun with like the fire and ice that NICC.
Definitely.
I don't know if it means anything, but it's just
No,
observation.
no. It's just cool. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is everything but Blibblob actually popped ult here too, but it looks like NICC is mostly dead, and the Jeff is going to escape.
Man.
Oh. He squashed egg. NICC sent back to the spawn room to regroup.
Looks
And
like
STLC.
looks like they're pushing forward too to keep them in the spawn doors.
Oh, absolutely. I think STLCC has been doing a really good job of keeping that pressure on, even in the spawn room.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I didn't even realize that was a Jeff NATO that just went in and cleared NICC out.
Like that.
And speaking of being stuck up against those spawn doors, this Namor is doing a really good job too, actually. Heavy's actually going to try and push in here. They don't really have a choice. Alternating between shields, which is kind of difficult with Strange. His shield doesn't come back as fast as Mags does. But it also stays up for as long as he needs it to. Oh my god. And that might be full chaos. That is almost full chaos. And that is absolutely a squirrel ult. Isn't able to quite get anybody, but very close to. Squirrel's going to take out the Namor turret and be forced back by STLC. The Nut is going to catch the group, but the wall is just going to stop the retreat. Looks like NICC's back into the spawn doors. Heavy is like really aggressive here. Almost being farmed here. Looks like Tebby's going to try and get in there, but the Namor turret is just going to finish off Tebby by the time he can get in the doors. This Meg ult could be here if they manage to hit it, but I think they're just going to wait. Awkward as it is, they're all in this hallway. Oh, Mag ult is going to go in, and it's going to pick up a double.
That's really big.
That is huge. That is a damage and a support, but NICC has to touch. It looks like NICC is touching. ZonedoutPiggy wasn't out there. It was Friendship Fan that actually managed to touch down. Valrant and Jeff, and it looks like NICC manages to capture the objective here. There's hope.
Time's left.
Much time as they need.
Oh, duh. Oh my gosh. I thought it was a hybrid. Never
No, you're
mind.
good. You're absolutely fine. NICC is kind of very like spread out, and they aren't pushing up. They just saw STLCC do a very good hold on that front door, and they are just not gonna push up here. In fact, this is a very nice place to just sit there in the back here for STLCC.
All that high ground and low ground going. And then it jumps down.
Kebi's gonna get really low here and just not get fully picked. ZonedoutPiggy is actually gonna pop ult, and it looks like they're doing Jeffnado right now. And
yeah,
it looks like
that's to be expected. Lost the point.
the Storm actually does manage to die here, and NICC doesn't lose anybody.
Nice.
It looks like NICC is losing people, but so is STLCC. It looks like this Invis woman is kind of getting forced off the objective here, and this Namor is actually doing a ton of damage. Looks like
man.
NICC is just walking back from the spawn room right now.
Thick and touch is huge.
STLCC has 2 ults to watch this objective, and they know about the snow.
Oh, man.
And it looks like NICC gets picked off for the final round. Both teams did really good this game.
Yeah, yeah, that sucks. Because, yeah, NICC did a really good turn, like come back with that.
I'm glad they managed to at least. Shows the resolve that they aren't going to finish that way. I think we got a good showing from both sides, at least in a little bit of ways. And I think that we're going to move to the end screen here. It was nice having everybody. This has been Mr. Antenna.
And TCC.
And we are out.
Bye, guys.